And then these are links to our other rooms. So like today at 3, we have our live. So you could just click there to go there. All right. Any questions about that?
You know if there's any reason not to use something like Discord or something like that?
I don't know why we're just trying to make like a home base for you guys. We all have 100 different logins of sites and I think that was the main reason. We just want to try to keep everything in one spot. Um anyway, all right, so that's that. The somebody brought up a great idea. I don't know who it was because someone else on the team told me about having like they called it a spark tank. Who was it? Is the person here who brought that idea? Like a place where some time where you guys can provide suggestions to us on how to make the academy even better. I forget who brought I don't know the person's name. I think it's a woman though. Is she here? I thought that was a really good idea.
Hey, Jordy,
Yeah,
can I go like second or third for the elevator speech? I got a work
of
interview
course.
call right now. Thanks.
Yeah, no
Impromptu
sweat.
interview call.
No worries, man. Do that. Always takes precedence. Anyway, I appreciate whoever brought that idea up because that's a good one because we want you guys to help us make this academy even better for the next crop of students. It's really starting to take off. We're going to uh I think yesterday we had 430 additional people were watching it on LinkedIn Live, which is pretty cool. So we'll get you more info on that and we can figure out how to gather all those ideas. So think of ideas for us. And the more out of the box, the more creative, the better. Kim, are you here?
I sure am.
All right. Where
Hi
are you?
there. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming. I just wanted a quick question. Sheila, did you have a quick question before we start? Was that you had your hand up? It disappeared. Sheila Rogers, was that you? I just want to make sure I answered if it was. No?
It was, but I lowered it. It's okay.
It's okay. Okay. Awesome. Kim, thank you for coming. Is it just you from Rapid or is there anyone else here with you?
I have Craig with me as well.
Oh, terrific. Hi, Craig. So, Mary, can you pin the two of them? What's Craig's last name? I'm sorry.
Schultz.
Schultz, that's right. Um, so I'm going to I want to quickly introduce you, Kim, and then if you can introduce Craig for us, that would be great. And then what we'd like to do today, guys, is the first half hour or so. Kim Archer is here from Rapid Ascent, and she and Craig as well. And so they have this amazing company that is really doing some cutting edge apprenticeship style programming, and it's all focused on helping vets launch careers in cyber and IT, and they have this unique blend of hands-on training, which very few IT trainers do. So that's what we really liked about her, and we wanted to give them a chance to come and just tell you guys a little bit more about what they do and give you a chance to ask them questions. But Kim is a uh, U.S. Army National Guards veteran. Is that what you say? Guardsman, guardswoman. I gotta learn the lingo.
Guardsman is fine.
Guardsman works.
Well,
My wife would yell at me if I said guardsman. All right.
well, we're all human, so that's perfectly fine for me. And
Okay.
yes, I am a veteran and a military spouse. I was deployed in Iraq for a year, so
Thank
I've
you
definitely
for
done my
that.
time. Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. And
Thank you.
so it's really my passion to help transitioning military veterans and their families transition into IT and cybersecurity. And I've been doing it since 2015. I'm the ambassador for Mount Carmel Veterans Service Center here in Colorado Springs, as well as the ambassador for Veterans Beer Club. And so what I say to that is if you get a chance to get out in your community and start networking, it's really, really important because Hiring managers want to hire people that they know. And building that network and getting those referrals is really important. So I try to do a lot in my community to help out any way that I can. And Rapid Ascent is very passionate about making sure that our students are taken care of on all levels, not just doing our training and then, hey, good luck getting a job. It's way more than that. I mean, you have to be financially stable. Your family has to be taken care of, mentally stable. And so we have a lot of resources to make sure that you guys are able to be in that position. I mean, we've had students that have been homeless. And so, we go out of our way to make sure that our learners are taken care of so that they can concentrate on that transformation into that person that they're going to be in that career that they want for the rest of their lives. So with that, I am going to pass it on to Craig.
Yeah. Thank you for that. And yeah, Craig is the Chief Tech Officer at Rapid Ascent. And Craig, thank you so much for being here as well. Can you give everyone a little quick bio of yourself?
Sure. Thanks, Jordy. Yeah. So let's see. As usual, I started in an area not cybersecurity. Most people start somewhere totally different, right? It's not my degree background. So I got my PhD in physics from MIT back in the 80s. So I've been around for a while, but
A long time ago.
a long time ago. Yes. So from there, I went to Lawrence Livermore National Lab. And while I've not been in the service, I kind of feel maybe like I have been, because as you know, Lawrence Livermore is an FFRDC that supports DoD in advanced technologies. So I have had the great privilege to work with every service in the military. I've worked with AFTAC for 5 years when I started off, the Air Force Technical Applications Center. Went over to ONI in Suitland, spent a couple of years there, building their all-source integration systems, and then ended up with Stratcom and Cyber Command, doing a bunch of things around nuclear weapons security and cyber security, which was really interesting, actually. And then supply chain of nuclear weapons and risk around nuclear weapons, which turns out is closely tied to cyber. After that, spent a number of years training at Naval Postgraduate School in both offensive and defensive cyber risk and cyber operations, and was really, again, privileged to be the advisor to a number of PhD students there in cyber. From there, went over to the commercial side. I've spent 10 years on the commercial side working a number of companies, advanced technologies. And then finally, what I'd say is, I'm one of the co-founders of Rapid Ascent. And one of the reasons we brought it together about 4 years ago was because we saw just the need for hands-on training and just the lack of it really across the industry. And so, we really brought this together to be an operational capability that helps, so especially those transitioning out of the military, having worked there for a long time, helping people transition from the military side over to the commercial side. So again, great to meet everyone here. I'll talk a little bit about the curriculum here shortly and kind of how the program works at the technical level. Thanks.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for both of you for sharing that story. Yeah, take it away, Kim. Do you want to just, Lee, I see you got some slides, so you want to walk them through what you guys do and how they can get involved if anyone's interested. And then Michael Kelly, he's one of our transitioning vets. He's into IT. He's going to ask a few questions after. So take it away, Kim.
Absolutely. Thank you. So thank you again for having us, and we really appreciate it. So Rapid Ascent is actually a fully immersive program. We call it apprentice style training. And the reason is because everything that you learn is hands-on, and it counts as real world experience that you can put on your resume. So we actually built our program in collaboration with our hiring team, our hiring managers, our partners. And the reason we did it is because we want to make sure that all of the curriculum that we have is what is out there right now. And it makes sense for helping people get that experience that they need in all areas of cybersecurity and IT. And so basically, you're going to touch on a lot of different areas of cyber: threat hunting, risk assessment, network security, incident response, SOC engineering. We have AI features involved in the program, and a lot of our information is proprietary information as well. We've created in-house with some awesome instructors that we have. It's not death by PowerPoint. I know a lot of you are so over that. It's not. We have live instructors that actually work in skiffs during the day for the Army. One of our lead part-time evening instructors, he's actually the lead threat hunter for the Army. And so when he's not in a skiff, he's building curriculum for us. We have one of our full-time day instructors. He was actually the trainer of trainers for CompTIA for over 10 years. And so we really don't have a lot of problems with students not passing exams, their Security Plus certification, because he knows, he knows how to help you understand that curriculum. And so the purpose is to make sure that you understand how to do that job the very first year that you're on. It's not about just passing a test and getting the certs. It's way more than that. And that's really important. So a little bit of an overview. It's employer driven, as I mentioned, all hands on. You're going to build your own secure operating center, learn how to defend it. You'll get to mitigate some current threats that are out there. So it's really, really fun. Realistic ranges that you'll be able to do. I know the big one that a lot of you are concerned with is what does that salary look like for maybe entry level or somebody who is prior maybe Intel analyst or SATCOM, and they have some IT cyber experience already. What does that look like? So this is actually a scale that we have built from military who have gone through our program, whether they have prior experience or not. So this bottom level here actually are our students that are non-military and have zero experience, and they've done our program, and we're seeing that they're starting out at maybe a help desk position making about 50,000. Now this top level here, about the 80K, these are people who are prior military. Maybe they have a secret security clearance, no prior hands-on training, but after they've done our training, they've started off into the IT cyber industry, and we're seeing about 80,000. Up here at the top level, these are our students who have gone through they have a background in IT or cyber. They've maybe been Intel analyst or SATCOM, and they have a TSSCI clearance. They're able to get in a skiff and work in that level. So we're seeing higher level. Also, those people who couple their certifications with their PMP certification. So if you have project management experience, you're going to be at that higher level here. Now, remember, if you are at this higher level, that means you're working more hours, probably not spending as much time with your family. So those are some things you got to keep in mind as you're shooting for your goals. I did do an average of what our students make after going through our program. Just in general, that have a prior military background, we're seeing our average is about 92,000. So that's not bad. A quick story, we had a young man come through our program. He's actually one of my favorite students. He was a 23 years military cook in the Army, went through our program. He had a secret security clearance. He started his own home lab at home. I guess that makes sense since it's at a home lab. And he got out of our program making, I think it was about 83,000, if I'm correct. And then within a year, he's already up to 92,000. So that's not bad for being a cook most of your military career. Okay, so let's get into some prerequisites. Prerequisites, you don't have to have any if you're interested in getting into cyber. Our program is entry level to intermediate level. The great part about it is you have the live instruction portion, you have coaches, and so our coaches, most of them are prior students, so they understand the program, and they're there to help you complete the projects that you do. It's kind of like a crawl, walk, run method where you have the instruction, you have coaches to help you with projects, and then you do your labs on your own. And so the nice part about the labs is they're based on experience level. So it doesn't matter if you're entry level, intermediate level, if you have college experience, once you do your labs, that's going to determine your level, and then you'll do labs based off of your experience level. So it works for everybody. Now, I do want to caveat that with, if you are a higher level, you will have to do some foundations, but that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes recapping on that isn't always a bad thing. You do get your CompTIA Security Plus certification that comes with the program. If you already have that, then CISA, and if you already have that, then we always talk about an additional one. Typically, we like folks to get AWS Cloud, because cloud is the next thing that's come. Everything's in the cloud now. So it really just depends on, what you're looking for. We have two options, a 17-week full-time day program or a 23-week part-time evening program. Now, the evening program is great for those who are veterans and they're working during the day, but they want some extra experience in the evening. So it works out really, really well in that aspect. If you are looking at a SkillBridge program, then you could do the full-time or part-time actually. And sometimes I've noticed that the chain of command typically likes you to do that part-time because they don't have to lose you as often throughout the day. And then you do part of that in the evening. So that's an option for as well. Backing up a minute. Not only do you get your certification, your hands-on experience, but this actually counts as college credit. So we have some community colleges that we're partnered with and universities. Our training counts as 3 core cybersecurity classes toward a cybersecurity degree. That's 30 college credits, about half of an undergraduate degree. And then you graduate the program with an undergraduate certificate in cybersecurity, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, is there a cost to the program? 0 out-of-pocket cost. If you have GI Bill, 4.5 months of GI Bill. If you're a veteran and you have at least a 10% disability rating, you can utilize VR&E funds. We do offer scholarships because we want to make sure that we are helping people with that need. If they have the passion, they have the aptitude for cyber. We actually, our last class, we had a very large number of scholarships that we brought through. So we want to make sure we're helping as many people as possible. Vet Tech, once that comes back, that'll be an option. There's Yellow Ribbon, what else? A student loan option. So there's lots of different options. But the way that we help you is when you first create an account with us, every single person, myself and my team has a one-on-one conversation with, because we want to find out what your goals are, make sure that we're on the track for your goals, and help you, whether that's cyber or not. We want to make sure that we're helping you with your goals. I mentor people as well outside of our program. So, our ultimate goal is to make sure that you are heading down the right direction. Now, some of you probably don't even know, maybe you're curious about cyber, but you don't know if that's really where you want to be. And, what I found is, how do you know until you've tried it? So we've actually created this Jumpstart Cybersecurity pre-training. This is 100% free. Any of you can do it. You can start on it today if you want to. If you create an account with us at rapidascent.com and you click on the Get Started button, you can access Jumpstart. It's about 6 to 8 hours of cybersecurity training and IT training. You learn IT and cybersecurity terminology, how critical language and math apply to cyber. You're going to learn, there's an interview prep section, and they're different modules, so you don't have to do it all at one time. But I encourage all of you to do that if you just have a curiosity into cyber and IT. And like I said, it's about 6 to 8 hours, so it's a pretty awesome process. And I know that we're adding a little bit more curriculum to it as well to make it just a little bit better for you all as you consider looking into cybersecurity.
Can I?
Okay.
Were you done? Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I wanted to just interject. I highly recommend these guys. This program for those 2 reasons. Like, I don't know if you caught it, but 94K first year average salary of their graduates. You do not find that, and that's not the norm. Most people do this cyber training. They go out and get a cert on their own, and then they're out there fighting for these jobs where these guys are giving you all that hands-on experience. And even if you're not, if you haven't even thought about cyber as a career, go take that Jumpstart thing, right? Was there a cost for that, Kim? I didn't catch that part.
The Jumpstart is 100% free.
And then that'll tell them at the end of that, it'll say you have an aptitude for this or you don't. It gives them a result.
Yes, each module that they do, they'll have a score.
Good. All right. I'm sorry.
And so we typically say, 70% or higher. In fact, we want you to be successful in our training. And this is something that all of our students have to do. If they receive less, about a 70% or higher, then that shows us that you'll do pretty well in our training. Lower than that, you could take it again. If you really, really want to do well in cyber, but maybe you don't do well on Jumpstart, we have partner organizations that take that entry level at a slower pace that we refer people to, because we've seen that typically, if they do, a little bit, not so well in a certain areas, then they struggle in class. And we don't want that. We want you to be successful. So we want to make sure that you have those skills necessary to do that when you enter the program. And just real quick, Jordy, how long do I have?
We're 20. Why don't you go? Can you go another? Can you get your presentation in 10 minutes, and then we'll have 10 minutes of questions?
Sure, I will do
That
my
work?
best. Absolutely. So I'm just going to go over this. If you guys want this PowerPoint, I can certainly send it to
Yeah.
Jordy, and maybe he could send it out as well. Because we have just so much information here. These are our class dates. We have courses every 3 months. And a lot of times if students do the full-time day program, and let's say they're on terminal leave or they get a job, or we help them get a job, we move them to the part-time evening. That way they can onboard in their new company, concentrate on that, and then still jump back in class and not miss out on anything. So that's very easy to do. And also, if students tend to fall behind, we can switch them over to the part-time evening, and then we have a lot of success there. So this is kind of what our full-time day program looks like, Monday through Friday, based off of your time zone. This is the live instruction portion. This is where the coaches are helping with projects. And then this is self-directed. Nice part about self-directed, you could kind of log in and do it, at a time that works best for you. This is our employer success section. Now, I haven't talked about this yet, but Sunny is our career service director. She's also a veteran. She works with our students every single week. And because career services is really, really important to us, you have career services is part of your grade also, not just the cyber and IT. You are getting a cybersecurity mentor, your 30-second elevator pitch, negotiating funds, getting referrals, resumes, LinkedIn, all of that is built into our program. And then every single Friday, you're going to meet with hiring managers and subject matter experts to learn about the industry. And our hiring managers are going to talk about jobs that they have, DoD, private sector. We have tons of them. And then they could potentially interview you as well. Oh, too far. Okay, I'm trying to speak fast. Part-time evening is Monday through Thursday. And so based off of your time zone, you can see that. Now, that industry expert session is optional for the part-time evening people, but it is all recorded, so you can watch it at any time. And then this is our Security Plus and our CISA Plus classes that is hands-on training as well, so that you understand how to pass the test. That's also recorded. So I'll send this to everybody. This is a breakdown of basically what you're going to learn each month. And then Craig, do you want to touch on the curriculum? I know we just have a few minutes.
Yeah, I'll take just a couple minutes here so you have an idea of how the curriculum works and how the program works. So the right way to think about us and the way we've set it up is, we're essentially, if you like baseball, we're kind of like the farm leagues, the minors. You're immersive, you're working as though you're in the job, you're playing the game, you're doing the hands-on. And the whole goal here, obviously, is to get you very comfortable, one, with the tasks that you need to do on the job the first year. And second, to give you that confidence when you interview. So you've done a project very well aligned with almost every role in cybersecurity. So you can talk comfortably about it when you get into that interview. So those are really the two main objectives here, is to get you confident, get you hands-on, and make sure that you understand, what works in terms of interviewing and matching up to employers. The thing I'll note is that, in cybersecurity, most people don't realize it, but there are so many different roles. It matches almost every type of role you might be interested in. So if you have the technical aptitude, you take Jumpstart, you like it, and you score well there, then, any number of these roles could be open. So everything, and roles that we cover, so everything from network engineering. So if you'd like to be an engineer, if you like audit, we train in the ISO, ISI, ISM. So if you want to go work in a SCIF or work in a classified area, again, audit is an area that's great. If you like investigation, going out and doing forensics is, an area we're very deep in forensics and training in forensics as part of the program. If you want to be a team project lead, everything in cybersecurity is a large project. Whether you're implementing security across, corporate, a global corporate system, or just doing, a very focused project. Or if you like response, we have a lot of folks coming from the medical side who really love response. So incident response is a huge one. If you come from the physical security side, incident response matches up usually very well. Also, AI orchestration. We are very deep in AI, and AI is transforming cybersecurity. So if you really want to get into the AI area and really see it in practice and use it in practice, AI orchestration is an emerging role in cybersecurity, high demand for it, and not many people doing it right now. So, and finally, if you're an architect, cloud architect or network architect are great areas to go into. If you're in logistics, supply chain risk is a big one. Equipment coming out of all different countries, and how do you evaluate that risk and so forth. So again, there are many more roles than that, but that gives you a little bit of an idea. And we train to each of those. So going through the program, you'll get hands-on with each element. Just really quick, the way the program's set up, it's made for folks who don't have a background in cybersecurity. If you do, it still works for you just fine. We can adjust, we adjust the programs we go based on your experience coming in. But the first track here is foundations. That's 5 weeks. You learn the fundamental building blocks, Windows, Linux, and networking fundamentals. After that, we're going to take you right into operations, the lifecycle operations of pretty much each of the dominant roles in cybersecurity. So you're going to go through identity access management, threat intel and threat management, vulnerability management. We're going to go through SOC, engineering, SOC monitoring, incident response, and recovery. And then again, forensics on the investigative side. And we're going to teach you and you're going to go hands-on in projects on how this works every day within the system. So you get muscle memory for it, right? Again, this is, like the field leagues. We're giving you muscle memory, working on your mechanics, right? We're getting you ready so that you know how to throw the ball well and you know best practices. We're going to teach you everything, but we're going to get you those basic fundamentals so you can move into the job and be familiar with the tasks. After that, we're going to go a little bit more advanced. Most programs don't do this, but it's so critical right now, which is how do you secure enterprise systems? So we're going to go everything from securing applications, whether it be on a drone, whether it be on a Tesla. You're going to go through and secure applications first. That is the primary point of attack. After that, we're going to go through what you already have from the military side, risk management. And it's just beautiful because you have a huge foundation typically there, no matter where you came from the military. And after that, we're going to go through production systems. How do you protect a system that's in production running? And this is an area that usually takes years for people to get used to. We're going to take you right into it and get you used to doing that. And finally, with Adam, who Kim mentioned, who's head of threat operations for the Army, he puts together and constantly updates our threat hunting capabilities. So you're going to go through and you're going to hunt down one of the most advanced threats, given what you've learned above, that's attacking your production system, identify who it is, and best practices to take them out of there and clean them up and recover from it. All right, and then finally, you're going to spend the last 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to have you going deep in a role. And the whole idea here is which role did you like from above, because you're going to see them all above. Once you identify what you have passion for, then you're going to focus in on that role. And a little bit of an industry too. We allow you to focus on, pretty much any of the industries below that you want to go into. And the whole purpose here is to get you hands-on and, again, doing the tasks in that specific role. So when you go to interview for a role, usually it's not for a general cybersecurity position. It's usually a very specific role. So we want to make sure that you're, getting the experience in that role as well that you're interviewing for. So again, at the end of this program, folks who go through, the main goal is to make sure that you have the confidence to interview for that role, and you can see that here, and that you can actually do the tasks, and you have a portfolio essentially of projects and tasks, especially team tasks, that you can talk about and bring to that employer. So that's in a nutshell. If you have any questions, just post them in chat or shout out. More than happy to answer them.
Thanks, Craig.
I have a
Yep,
quick
go ahead.
question, Craig. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt, Kim. Which of those tracks is best for someone who is making a pivot, who did not do tech in the military and now is really intrigued? I mean, I love what you said about AI. I mean, I can't imagine how many opportunities there are going to be in
Oh, yeah.
that track, but is there one that might be better for somebody who's never done cyber before or tech?
Yeah, it kind of depends upon, how you test through Jumpstart. We actually help you decide that, but, I'll say, there's a group of folks who like to go into IT first. And so we do support IT support. And that's one if you want to go, kind of the more straightforward IT route. Cybersecurity analyst is one that, is considered introductory if someone's pivoting. And again, if you're coming from an area where you've done, prior coding or you've done prior incident response, I would really, kind of recommend that you find the one that kind of aligns with you and kind of stick with that one, the one that feels natural to what you enjoy and what you have a passion for. And usually, like incident response is a big one, especially coming from the physical side. And we have a lot of folks, I'd say 40% of our folks who pivot go into the ISM role because you have a clearance. There's a huge demand just for, securing classified systems, folks that have clearances. So it's a very natural role. And they've been, we've actually had quite a few people getting bonuses. There's so much demand there, hiring bonuses going into that, even with no background in the area.
Wow. And anyone who's doing SkillBridge with 7 Eagle can use this time to do your training for this. Because I'm sorry, what was it roughly each day do you recommend? How much training to get through?
We do on the order of 6 hours.
Okay.
So it's immersive. You are working like you're on the job here. You're in a job environment, and all of our instructors, just final thing here, all of our instructors, just, expectations here. They are not university instructors. They are practitioners that have led, some of the larger, teams in cybersecurity companies.
Yeah.
And so they're practitioners. They're not academic professors. So you're going to be working, job shadowing them, learning from them, and it's just a real treat because, they're some of the best in the field, and you'll be learning from the best.
Perfect. Love it. Michael, did you have a question for Kim and Craig? And then anyone else who has a question who's interested, put your hand up so they can get to you.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here today and showing, because we've got a lot of IT guys here with us on this call that are all transitioning veterans looking to get into something. And there's been a lot of activity in the chat already for this. But just to go back a little bit, what would you say that you could connect to us from when you were a veteran and your husband retired for the transition?
So as far as transitioning would be concerned, get a mentor that is not military, that is not active duty military. You want to get somebody who is in the industry, who has been there, and they can help guide you. A mentor, American Corporate Partners, right? They offer veterans and they offer mentors. So that is a great place to start to get a mentor. They're going to help you. And if they were prior military, absolutely, but they have to be in the industry to help you move into the industry, because if they're still active duty, they haven't been there yet, right? So, and get more than one. Some people say, oh, I want to be, this one person, I'm dedicated to this one person, or I'm dedicated to this one company. No, you are dedicated to yourself. After you get in the military, it's completely different. You need to make sure that you and your family are taken care of, because an organization will take care of themselves first. And so, if you have a better job offer, go with that better job offer. Several mentors also regarding resumes. Everybody has their opinion about resumes. Okay. There's no one correct answer. Qualify for that job right at the top, and then make the resume work for what you're looking for, because you want to find the culture in a company that meets your needs. And that's really, really important. So hopefully that helped you a little bit.
Oh, yeah. And just one more, and then we'll get into some of the questions from here for both of you. If somebody were to come to you unsure of their direction, didn't know what they wanted to do other than the Jumpstart, which I've actually, while you were talking, I already enrolled in that. But other than the Jumpstart, if they had no idea what direction they wanted to, but they kind of like the idea of going into tech, how could you answer that? How could Rapid Ascent help guide them in that discovery process?
Yeah, and so that's where our Jumpstart's going to come into play. That is going to help them understand if IT and cyber is right for them or not.
So
And then
Jumpstart
also,
does, yeah, and
yeah,
can
go
we
ahead.
just break in there for 1 second?
Sure.
So Jumpstart covers all the roles in cybersecurity and walks through each one in quite a bit of depth in terms of what's required, the skills, a little bit of what the role is like. And so going through that portion of Jumpstart will give you a really good view. Once you have that, then clearly, we try to look at what the passion is, what you've been doing prior to this, and what you really like. And we're definitely we have a lot of discussions just around how your strengths match up to different roles, and usually through that process, and then just getting hands-on with it. We have a lot of folks who say, I want to do this. They get into the program, they get hands-on with it, and they find out they just don't like it. I've had people that hate it. I don't want that, but I love this other thing that I did, and getting hands-on is really key to finding out what you like.
Yeah, and then outside of cybersecurity and IT, that's where networking comes into play. Start networking in different areas. Some of you might be interested in project management or HR or something like that, and you're not sure. So go talk to people about their experience in those specific industries to find out if it's something that meets your goals and your needs. Because again, you don't know until you've actually tried it. So I think that networking is a great opportunity to start talking to others who have done it, and they can give you that deep insight to help you really understand if it's right for you.
Awesome. Thank
And then
you.
one
We're
more
gonna-
thing. Sorry, I just want to add one more thing. As you transition out, okay, it's really, really important to talk to your family, because there's going to be a lot of changes and a lot of priorities that are going to change. So maybe you're interested in money. Okay, if you want a lot of money, you're going to probably spend less time with your family. But I know that a lot of you that are transitioning out or retiring wants to spend more time with their family and their kids. So that's going to help you understand what jobs may work or may not work for you. Some may want a remote job. Some may be following their spouse, and that may be very important to you because your spouse has been following you your whole career. So that might also determine what career choice would work for you. And I do want to just throw something out there real quick. We're actually hiring, Craig, so I thought this would be a good platform to talk about this. We're hiring people in lots of different locations right now, Texas, North Carolina, at those big military bases. And we want people like us who are very passionate about helping others transition into cyber that could go out there, do CSP briefs, do SkillBridge briefs, network in the community, talk about the program. So if that's you, I mean, I would love for you guys to send me your resume. If you're outgoing and you like to go to networking events and things like that, if you're okay getting in front of people and doing briefs, those are the type of people that we're looking for right now. So please feel free to send your resume to me at karcher@rapidascent.io.
Yeah, and Kim, I would mention one other thing, which is we hire in-house. So we hire all of our coaches from our learner base. So a lot of folks will go, if you like teaching and training, we have a track for that as well, where we can actually get you on an instructor track.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Kim, quick question though. I was just posting your email. Did you say .io? Because your website is .com, right? Is that correct?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, I'll
Yep.
put it in.
All of our emails are IO, and our website is a
I got you.
.com.
I put both in the chat, so go check them out. Go sign up. This is amazing. Go ahead, Michael. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's great. So we're going to go to the questions from some of the folks on the call. We're going to start with Andrew.
Hi, great brief. I was wondering if you guys have any classes on offensive cybersecurity, like vulnerability research or reverse engineering.
Yeah, so we do forensics analysis, and the instructor, especially Adam, is very well versed in reverse engineering. So while it's not a formal part of the training, what we have is flexibility. We call it flex time. and we can, provide the exercises and training to you in modules that you can access if you want to, kind of focus on that area. Yeah, but right now, the majority of the program in terms of the formal program that's structured is defensive, for companies. Although I have to say, offensive is one of my favorite areas. So I'm with you.
Completely agree. That makes sense. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Looks
We'll
like you're
move
on
on to
mute,
Matt.
Michael.
Yep. Matt Engelhart.
Hey, wow, guys, I really wanted to just congratulate you. I've been searching far and wide for a program that does something like this for a long time, and I don't know how I have not heard of you before, but this is easily the most comprehensive training set for something like this I've ever seen. So I'm very impressed and like a little jealous I didn't know about this before I started my SkillBridge. So um, I have two, hopefully really quick questions. Because I already started SkillBridge back in July, and it ends for me at the end of October. I guess the earliest I would be available to start one of your programs would be the October cohort. But
Start
I'm based.
now. Start now.
Okay.
Are you doing it? Well, whatever. We could talk later. Go ahead.
Okay. That maybe that's part of the question then is do you have the flexibility to come in at a different time? Because I'm in the 5th month before I retire, so I have 4 months to do the training if it's available, if I could start at an out of cycle time frame. But
Yeah, actually, Matt, you're right. October would make sense. October 6th
Okay.
would be our next cohort because we do them every 3 months. And so just go to rapidascent.com and click on the Get Started button. I will set up a meeting with you and we can certainly talk about your goals.
Okay. And the only other question I have is I am based out of Stuttgart, Germany, and I'm doing a European out, so I'm going to be staying here. Is your program entirely in person at a location, or because it's IT focused and cyber focused, can we do it virtually?
100% virtual and live.
Yeah, everything's
Okay.
done through our cyber range. So all tools, everything's accessible to you remotely. And we've trained pretty much at every base globally. So
That
a lot
is
And we
of
actually have several
exactly what I
students that are
wanted to
out of
hear.
the country.
Perfect. All right. Well, you will hear from me shortly. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Do we have any other questions?
This was amazing, guys. Thank you so much. Can we, because we got 10 minutes. Would you guys, I'm gonna let Cedric ask, but let me get my point across. After Cedric's question, can we have 2 of our students give you guys their elevator pitches, and so you can give them your feedback on them? We're trying to get them. Everyone's been practicing on how to introduce themselves, and I think it'd be super helpful. I got 2 IT students, so we'll call on. But go ahead, Cedric. You go first.
Hi, good morning, Kim. Forgive me, I'm a little bit under the weather, but I believe we spoke. I was going to intern with your guys' program before I took on Allegiant Vets. And I was just curious, you talked about 30 hours of college credit. I'm going for my graduate program. I was curious if that would transfer into into the college I'm going to. Do you guys have like a list that we can look at?
Yeah, so the college that we're working right now is regional, and we are expanding to more regions. And so we're actually in the process of working with another college that's in a different region, Pacific East Coast side. So it just depends, and I'll talk to you more about that. Now, the college credits are specifically undergraduate credits. So
Undergraduate.
real quick, what is your graduate program in?
It's a master's in cybersecurity. Is that what I'm
Okay.
working towards?
Yeah,
Okay.
so the 3 courses are CY 120, 125, and 130. And so they're specifically on the undergraduate side. So unfortunately, I don't think it would transition for you specifically, but you would still get an undergraduate certificate in cybersecurity, which is definitely something that's beneficial.
Okay, and my second part of the question I wanted to ask, you said you guys were hiring in regards to different bases in Texas. Do you happen to have like areas in Texas, or is it Army bases or the Air Force bases?
All So San
Okay.
Antonio area. What's the other areas, Craig? Maybe you can jump in
Corpus
here.
is one that, yeah,
Yeah.
we have a very special
Okay.
relationship with. We'd
Well,
like
I'm in
to.
El Paso here, so that would
Yeah.
work out amazing for me. So I'll definitely be sending you my resume. So appreciate you
Would be
guys.
great.
Excellent.
All right, Jordy, you want to tee up
Yeah,
the folks who are going to give their briefs?
yeah, Kim and Craig, are you guys cool?
We are. That's
Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
here's-
I actually
here's
do
some
TAPS panels, so I listen to the elevator pitches all the time. So I'm really excited about
That's
this.
awesome. All right, so Kayla, are you ready to go? Kayla Austin?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, there you go. It's pin Kayla. Thank you, Kayla. Kayla was kind enough to let me volunteer her this morning, so so fire away when you're
Okay,
ready,
this
Kayla.
all right. This is what I got so far. Hi, my name is Kayla Austin. I'm a dedicated. Um, I'm dedicated to helping organizations build safer, healthier, and more resilient teams. With a background in safety management and team training, I focus on injury prevention and supporting long-term well-being. I also bring strong IT skills like data analysts and digital solutions that help streamline safety processes and boost efficiency. My goal is to combine my leadership and tech expertise to empower organizations to perform at their best while maintaining the highest standards of safety. Thanks for your time.
I think that's great. Let's see. Okay, I'm not on mute. So, no, I think that sounds great. I love how you added in the IT to support the safety. I think that was fantastic. I think that you can follow up with asking them to connect with you or setting up a meeting because you want to have that follow up instead of just ending it. So having that follow up, do you have a time that works best for you? Can we set up an appointment? Something that way to make sure that it solidifies that connection, I think would be a really great thing.
Okay.
Great job, Kayla. Craig, you have any feedback for her?
Yeah, I liked it. I think one of the things that really works well is to emphasize, how what you've done, potentially is outcome oriented. And I really like how you did that. And also just in terms of really highlighting those things from your past, your experience that line up, in terms of your injury training, safety, and how that, that really gets people thinking about, how you connect into their current roles. So nicely done.
And then one other thing, do you have any certifications in that specific area that are required for the type of job that you want?
And I'm working on them. I'm working on them right now. I'm almost finished with my bachelor's in information technology management. So
That's great. I think that you could add that in there as well. Just say, I'm currently working on my bachelor's in information technology management, should be finished by so and so date, because that just helps bring value to what you're saying.
okay,
Good job,
thank you.
Kayla. That was awesome. Thank you for doing that. Horace.
Thank you so much.
Horace May, you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right. Thank you, buddy. All right, let's
Good
get
morning,
him
Kim.
pinned. Wait, hold on one sec.
Oh.
Mayor, can you pin him? Oh, wait, might be able to do it. All right. Fire away.
Good morning, Kim, Craig.
Morning.
I'm Horace. I love to fish, but as my wife has told me on many occasions, I did not miss my calling. So I've decided instead to pivot to data science. I'm coming off of a 20-year career. I have experience, or my background's in meteorology and oceanography with some geospatial and data visualization platforms. So I'm trying to pivot into data science. A lot of times in Me Talk, what we give is the so what. We try to give the meaningful, actionable data to the customer. And then more often than not, that's what's needed in data science. So along with bringing that so what, I'd like to bring a great working experience and bring some of my leadership skills. I've led teams from 3 to 90, all across the globe in different missions with national level impact. So excited to get into the civilian working force and excited to be part of the team.
Awesome. I love the very first sentence where you brought in a joke. That is a hooker, and that is there
Pun
is
intended.
what is the organization that they teach that, and I love that. And I think that's fantastic. One thing that I want to mention, and a lot of especially military people confuse this, and so I want to say, are you looking for a hands-on position or a leadership position? Because a lot of times with data science, that could be hands-on, but are you wanting to lead a data science team? That's different. So I think it's important for you to figure out, what do you want to do, and then how are you backing up those skills? Are you getting a project management in the data science area, a PMP certification to be able to lead teams and projects, or are you wanting to do the hands-on work? And then make sure that you connect that 30-second elevator pitch with really what your goals are in that area.
Oh, that's great advice. I was looking to start with the hands-on, but definitely would want to transition later into a leadership role.
Great. Then in that case, you can kind of take out your leadership sentence and say what you just said.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Kim,
Appreciate the feedback.
I'd agree with that. And I think it's very personal from the outset, already connected to you in the first few seconds, which is not easy to do, right? Especially when you're kind of cold approaching someone. So that was really great. And then I think you told it was short while it told a story. I really connected to what you've done in geospatial, and it's convincing, right, that this is a natural kind of transition for you, and really making it feel natural in terms of how it can work for them is key. I think just what I would do is maybe try to strengthen that right near the end, because you have a great story going, and maybe talking about how you have a drive from all of this to really make a difference at the national level, really key in on how important it is for you to maybe a couple words there, just to really show how passionate you are, and how this is a part of you. But overall, I think just great job. Really nicely done.
Thank you,
Awesome. I
Horace, for
appreciate that
doing that.
feedback.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. All right. So you guys are you have all the info you need on Rapid Ascent. Go to their webpage, gave you Kim's email, reach out, at least explore it if this is at all intriguing to you. These guys are one of the best out there. We would not partner with them if they were not if they did not have an outstanding reputation. And most importantly, forget all the training and all that. Most importantly is they have success getting people hired and getting hired for above average for this industry because of that training. So highly recommend these guys. Check them out. Kim and Craig, thank you guys so much for coming on today. We appreciate you. You'll send me that PowerPoint, Kim. We'll make that available to the crew.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thank you all for having us.
You got
Bye
it.
now.
Thank you all. Thank you, Jordy.
You got it, guys. Take care. So Kayla and Horace, man, thank you for doing that. That was great. Really good. Horace, have you done that before? Put your camera on for a sec. Was that your first time saying that?
No, I gave my elevator pitch to y'all before. I'm not sure why my camera won't turn back on right now, though. It's giving me an error.
No worries. But I'll tell you what I really liked. Yeah, outstanding opening, right? It just like you get people, if you can, you got to be careful with the jokes, right? And that one is super like it's light. Like you're not trying to be a comedian up there, but just something light, whatever that means. I'm having a hard time explaining it, but that was perfect, right? You get people to chuckle a little bit in the beginning or smile. They see you're a regular person. That's what you achieve. You accomplish that perfectly there. And then the way you read your pitch, did you guys notice it was just very conversational, right? It wasn't it didn't sound anything like a script at all. So I thought it was extremely well done. And then just the more you practice this stuff, the easier it'll be and the more natural it'll sound and you won't need to read the script because you'll have those things in your head. So anyway, all right. So why don't you guys take let's take 6 minute break. Come on back, and Matt is going to be here to lead a discussion with Claim Academy, a guy named Ola. Jamal, did you have something?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah.
I know we was like talking, a lot of the speakers come in, give us phenomenal advice about, transitioning, we get out of the military and all these resources. But I was doing some research and talking to some friends of mine. Actually, I was talking to an old airman of mine who got out like years ago,
Yep.
and just catching up. And he was telling me he was going to school and COVID hit and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what do you do now? Where you live at now? He's like, well, I live in Colombia. And then I was like, oh, okay. So what do you do? Like, like work? I'm thinking like India, I'm like, oh, job field. And he's like, nothing. And I'm like, what do you mean nothing? And he's like, he got out. He didn't do 20 years and nothing like that. He only did like 5 or 6, but he said he got like 12 or 1400 a month for disability. And he FaceTimed me and showed me his apartment and these decked out spots with pools and all this crazy shit. And he's like, yeah, he's like, I live like a king over here for like 1200 a month. And he's like, I lived in, Egypt for 4 months. I lived in India for 3 to 4 months. He like just bounce around and I just do whatever I want to do off of that. And I was like, man, but that's an option too for those, who can do that,
Absolutely. Do whatever you want to do, whatever like, and even if it's just like, hey, for the first year, I'm gonna take it easy. I don't need to go into the grind right away. Let me go travel the world and figure out a way to make it work. A lot of people get caught up in like the salary, right? Like, what does that pay? Oh, it pays 94,000. It's not, that's not the number to focus on. What do you think the number that you got to focus on is?
I don't think there is a number. I think it's whatever makes you happy.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying not that it's not the top number you want to focus on. You want to focus on the net,
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? You could make 94 grand and go live in Palo Alto, California and go into debt $10,000 a year,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Versus living in Colombia, South America, and like you said, you're living like a king, right? Maybe on 20 grand a year or something. So it's really how much are you left with after you've paid all your expenses. So sometimes it's hard because you get caught up in like, well, I'm worth 90 grand. I don't want to just make 40 grand or something. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, it's what you're left with and, the profit, so to speak, of that.
Yeah, for
And
sure. Like I plan on like next year, I plan on doing a lot of traveling as well because I used to travel like every year. I would pick a different country and go to for like 2 weeks, and I haven't really done that since COVID. So I
have,
want to like get back into it next year. But I was like just doing my like calculating money and X, Y, and Z, and I kind of realized I was like, man, like I'm able to save so much money when I'm on vacation.
when you're out of the US, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So,
Listen, I'm a big fan of fill your life with experiences, right? Life friggin' goes by. I feel I'm in my late 50s. I'm like, where did the friggin' time go? I wish I like, not that I'm dying, but it's like, I wish I did stuff in my 20s. Why was I so hung up on working so friggin' hard in my 20s, right? The time to do that stuff, if you're at all considering it, is do it right now, do it before you get into the grind. Nobody will question it. Like my daughter who graduated college 2 years ago is she is out in Breckenridge, Colorado, living like that sort of like that ski bum, they call them like seasonal workers. So she works the ski mountain in the winter, and then in the summer she works in the sports camp, but it's not like a super executive type job, but she's paying her bills and just having experiences every day and loving it and making tons of friends and doing hiking and biking and canoeing. Yeah, like all the cool stuff that once you get in the grind of work and you have your 1 or 2 weeks vacation a year, it's sometimes it's not as easy to enjoy all those things. You guys know I'm a big like Jesse Itzler fan. I highly recommend. He has a video. Let me just see if I can find it. Wait, hold on. What would be the name of it? Oh, it's called Masugi. Hold on one sec. I'd love for you guys to watch this because a lot of times we get so caught up in the idea of like the work, you forget that there's more to life than just work. And if you could balance, you know, um, just see, what did he call this thing? He's got a I think this is it. It's long. It's 48 minutes, but here, let me just put the link in. I'll put it in the chat. Where'd you go? So many windows. His philosophy is, oh wait, I put that in. Hold on. Chat. I put it in there. It's 48 minutes, but if you're looking for a really cool video to watch, his philosophy is every year you plan something, put it on your calendar, something like epic. Like I'm gonna run in the marathon, right? I'm gonna, do stand-up comedy, right? You have something like really big, so big goal that you're looking forward to. And then you also have mini goals throughout the year. Like every 2 weeks, you're doing something cool on like a Saturday or Sunday. Anyway, it's noon, so why don't we get cranking? Matt, are you here?
Yep, I'm here.
Awesome. So I'm going to hand this off to Matt, and then this session's going to go till like 12:30, and then we have Nick coming in, and I'll come back for that one. So thanks, Matt.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Hey, everybody. Hopefully you're all back. Took a little break, maybe stood up a little bit and stretched out your legs. We got an amazing, awesome presentation. I'm going to bring in Ola from Claim Academy. He's got a unique experience. And also, if you're out there and looking to maybe kind of extend your expertise, earn certifications, Ola's going to present an opportunity that you guys can go through him and through Claim Academy to get connected with those certifications in cyber and IT through the CompTIA certification process. But Ola, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. Great to see you today. Appreciate you jumping in. Let me highlight you real quick because I think Jordy's on the screen. I'm gonna
trying to let's see. I wanted to share my screen.
Yep, you should be able to share your screen here as well.
Okay, share screen. Thank you. I can see you. And I'm waiting for my screen. Okay.
But Ola, like I said and told you earlier, so we've got about 280 folks here in the academy looking to make their first step into a new career as they transition out of the military. We also got some veterans in our classroom as well today. We've got about 30 minutes to present and ask questions about what you guys offer at Claim Academy. And if we do need extra time, students, if you guys need extra time and want to ask him questions afterwards, we can create a breakout session and put you guys into that room to talk more about the opportunities that Claim Academy has for you guys. But Ola, whenever you're ready, I appreciate you, and go ahead and.
Very good. Thank you. I hope everyone can hear me. It's a beautiful day here in St. Louis, Missouri. My name is Ola, and I've been in this space of educating people for over a decade. And what we do at Claim Academy is we help people to go from zero to hero. And we say that because whatever your background is, whether you're technical or not technical, we're able to help transitioning members or somebody who's currently in the military to move from what they're doing into getting certifications that can help to land them better opportunities. So I'm going to quickly go through this slide and share with you what those opportunities are. As you have been hearing a lot, there's been a switch in the market for technology. Artificial intelligence is disrupting everything. And a lot of people, in particular those who are doing software development, are having a hard time landing entry-level roles. However, one area that they're